I'm Insideinfo and you're watching Bladerunnaz TV.
Hello and welcome to Budapest, Insideinfo. How are you feeling tonight?
Very good. Very, very good.
Your debut album is dropping soon. How hard was it for you putting this LP together?
Yes, it was a big struggle. But I kind of wanted it to be a big struggle because if an album isn't made from blood, sweat and tears, then it's not worth listening to. So yeah, it was hard, but it was very satisfying at the same time, and yeah, it was a great experience to write an album, and I loved every minute of it, definitely.
So what's the next step for Insideinfo after this album, I think, really?
That's a big question. Well, I've got a ton of remixes that I'm doing and have done, so that's going to follow shortly after the album. And I'm just it's just carrying on as always, basically. I'm just cracking on with some new music at the moment. I took a little break for a couple of months from writing sort of the usual stuff that I write and looking at working in different ways now. So I've just been experimenting with working in different ways, new environments, new sounds, new genres even, if you like. So yeah, I'm excited about what comes next.
You have done a big project on Viper before. I'm talking about the 7-track Grow EP.
Yes.
Was it different writing the album as opposed to this 7-track EP?
Completely different, yeah. The Grow EP was almost like it wasn't really written specifically as an EP. It was just it was more like a bunch of tracks that I had floating around that eventually got finished and formed this EP. Whereas the album every track was written specifically to be part of the album. So the album, everything was written to be a whole, as opposed to just a bunch of tunes floating around that I had. So yeah, it was a completely different experience. And yeah, to be honest, I was never really happy with the Grow EP. But I am happy with the album. Well, I am now, but probably hate it tomorrow. It varies.
I think it's safe to say that you develop your own sound. People hear a tune and they know that it's by you. How important it is, in your opinion, for a producer to find his own sound?
I think it's very important, definitely, because it defines who you are. You know, and your own sound certainly comes with time. You know, it took me a long while to. I mean, it's weird because it just sort of happens. I guess it's not something I've really strived for. I guess it just happens naturally. You become accustomed to working in a certain way. You obviously like certain sounds and certain ways of working, so that becomes your style, kind of thing. I think it's very important. I think it's very important for tracks to have the producer's personality and stamped in them, for sure, just to give them that recognisable thing and to make you stand out from a crowd, absolutely. And I think that does come with time. But yeah, it's weird because it's not something I don't know, it just happens naturally.
You remixed a lot of tracks over the years, and among them a few classics as well. Is there a bigger pressure mixing a well-known classic tune?
There is, yeah, but I actually really enjoy it. I think it's amazing because I think with a lot of the classics, it's like you almost want to. Some of the tracks that are kind of a bit older now, it's almost like I want to hear a modern take on them. So I always approach it like, this is how I want the remix. Like, this is what if somebody else remixed it, this is how I would want it to sound, sort of thing. So I love doing them. I really do. And it's, you know, just getting in and recreating all the sounds and everything is just so much fun. So it is a lot of pressure for sure, because you want people to like it, and there's always going to be people that are a bit like, oh, it's not the same, it's not the original, and the original was better, but whatever. It's just, and it's a great honour as well to be able to do those remixes. You know, I've done Killer Bees, and just recently done the one for Mampy Swift, that was probably the scariest one actually, because it's such a iconic tune and it's so simple. I just wanted to make it sound like a 2017 version of the same tune, but with a little bit of stamp on there of me. So that was great fun to write. Yeah.
We have to talk about Nephews too, because when people see both your names on a track, they always can expect something mind-blowing.
Okay.
When can we hear the next Matthews and Insideinfo collaboration?
Well, that's definitely going to be in the pipeline again soon. We've both journeyed quite far since we've last worked together. We've both done a lot of work in other projects since we last actually sat down together to write, and that was always the intention, to sort of both go off and do our own thing, and then we come back together when we've got a ton of sounds and ideas and things, and it's a fresh experience again. So yeah, there's definitely going to be some more tunes from us, but I can't say when, and I can't say what they're going to sound like at this stage, but we're in communication all the time, every week, so yeah, there will be more stuff.
Is there anything else you want to say, perhaps to your fans or something in general?
Well, thank you all very much for being fans, I guess, being with me on this journey of writing music. I'd never really thought I'd get as far as I've got now, and to finally be putting out an album is a very big sort of thing for me, so I'm excited to be putting it out, and I hope everyone enjoys it.